completely ready. I was a bit stressed. Now it's better.
Okay, we are live.
We
So
are live. Okay.
yeah, so just count down or introduce yourself, whatever you want.
Okay, I'll just introduce myself for a minute. So, hi everyone, I'm Mohawk, and this is gonna be Kururin, Game Boy Advance game, which was released in 2001. I must warn you, this is gonna be, this is gonna go fast, so I hope I will have enough time to present everything, like all the tricks, and I'm ready for the countdown. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, this is any percent normal. We're just doing the game as intended, more or less. And as you can see, this game is a kind of puzzle game. I control this weird flying machine, which is called the Kururin, but it's more or less rotating stick, right? The thing with it is that I cannot control at all the way it spins, like the speed of the rotation. So sometimes I have to wait for the right orientation. You have 3 levels, like you have 3 speed levels, depending on how many buttons you hold. And the goal is basically to go through the mazes and complete them as fast as possible. The problem is that you only have 3 hearts. See at the bottom left of the screen, I have 3 hearts. I lose a heart every time I hit a wall. I hit 3 walls, I have 0 hearts, then my machine just broke. And well, I have to restart from the very beginning. Like there's never any checkpoint, which makes the game very punishing and frustrating. So I hope I'm not gonna die a lot, even though I will still go for some fast routes because it's fun. Luckily, you have some of these ping zones, so horde zones, which gives you back all your life. But again, there are not checkpoints. Okay, so here I need skip. So you have sometimes those blue springs. Sometimes they're gonna be absolutely useful because just right here you can change the way you spin, like clockwise or counterclockwise with them. Sometimes you can just skip them. So here again, pretty scary skip. I just skip the use of spring, because you saw that normally I shouldn't, like it wasn't the right way to rotate. I should be turning clockwise, but you know, with the damage boost, take damage, it worked. And that's the whole point of this speedrun, how much risk you're willing to take, how many shortcuts you're willing to go for, just right here. So normally I shouldn't be turning counterclockwise, but with the with the well placed take damage, I can just go, and you see that it's really the fastest way to go through the stage. So you have 30 main levels and 10 worlds, 3 levels per world. Here we are in Cakeland. See how the graphics are colorful, the game is cheerful and everything. But don't get me wrong, this is a pretty hard speedrun. Okay, thank you. Like any slight hesitation and you could just die and pay for it. So here, this time I will use a spring to skip rotation cycle. So the skip, the stick Ooh, that was close. The stick is turning exactly at 3 seconds per half a revolution. So every time I skip a cycle, it's like 3 seconds saved. Actually, it's a bit less because every time I hit a wall, be it intentionally or unintentionally, um, my stick gets pushed back a little. So I lose a little time because of that, but overall it's a time save by like 2 seconds. So every time it's, are you willing to potentially die and lose from 15 to 45 seconds because you just want to save 2 seconds? Here again a skip, which I believe was completely intended by the developers, which is not the case most of the time, to be fair. It's kind of an interesting speedrun, because sometimes just like right here, you have to wait. Like, you can't just go faster than that. But at the same time, obviously, we want to save as much time as possible and go as fast as possible. So you're always in between. This level is kinda weird. You're gonna see why. There's a lot of springs in this level. Okay, I died. That's not a problem. See how much time you lose when you die in this game. Don't worry. It's not the first time I die there. If you don't take the right route, it's easy to take some hits. See, just here it went way better. Just because I had the right routing. Oh, okay. You can use the springs as well to control the orientation, not only change the way you rotate, but just to save some time. But keep in mind that not all the springs are useful. Just like at the end of this level, if I took the last springs, it's a troll. If you take them, there's no way to complete the stage. So that's kinda evil from the devs. Alright, so I'm gonna try something stupid. There we go. It only saves half a second, but it's so funny to watch, I think. Alright. Now it's time for a big skip. Alright, got it first try. It saves like 10 seconds, so it's relevant to go for it, even in no reset runs. But it gets some time before you'll get used to it. Alright, so now we are in some pretty short levels, if you know the route. Those are like real mazes, right? Most of the levels are just pretty straightforward, not real mazes, but these ones, like just start, like this one, Starland 2. It's kinda complicated the first time you encounter it. But see, when you know what to do, you can just go straight forward and it works. Here again, you can skip. Again, that's just like Cave 2, you have a lot of springs in this level. And it's pretty difficult to manipulate everything. But that should be good, right? Nice. Just like Starland 1 and Starland 2, Iceland 1 is a real maze. Like, if you like this route is like only 10 seconds long, but if I took the other route, it's like 30 seconds long. It's not fair. Starland 2 it's the same kind of level, Okay, I'll take the shortcut. Here we go. Now, Iceland 3 is a completely different level. Not really amazed. See, you have multiple paths, but all of them, well, oh, yeah, well, there's no real other way to go. Not really amazed, and it's super long. Like, remember how the two last stages were very short. This one is very difficult to handle, because you have some pretty difficult stuff to do, like I have one more take damage, okay, that's fine. That should be good. See how the end of this stage is scary. And also how most of the stuff in the level is useless. That's gonna also be the case in this level. We are just skipping the whole level and do it, take damage, and that's it. Normally you would have, you know, a spring which is hidden in the level and everything. Okay, so now real business coming. You have a lot of moving things in these levels, and so a lot of cycles as a consequence. So everything I do here is well prepared. There's no global cycle in this game, so every time you enter a level, it's gonna be the same thing, which is pretty good to have always the same strats. Alright, so now I try something completely new that I've discovered like 1 month and a half ago. Here we go. In this game, you can go out of bounds. And it's actually useful in the speedrun. You're gonna see why. Actually, I cannot go inbound. Oh, so I died there because I hit an invisible wall. This game is a mess. You would think that this game is well coded, but it's not. You have a lot of stuff, like invisible stuff out there. I should be better. I have 2 hearts left. It's more safe right now. Okay, so you have invisible walls, but you also have invisible go zones as well. So that's what happened. Now there are other goal zones in the map. It's just that everything's invisible, but it works. Yeah, the backgrounds are pretty annoying. Actually, I didn't pay attention to them until I discovered the out-of-bound stuff. Yeah, I enjoy the graphics of this game. Right here we are in the spooky level, Ghost Castle, last world, and with the most difficult levels, very long, like this stage, like this is no joke. It's minimum 1 minute left, and if you wanna get the first cycle, it's very precise. That was pretty risky, take damage, but it was necessary if I wanted to go for first cycle. Each cycle saves like 4 seconds, which is a lot. So that would be good if I could have first cycle. If not, then that's not gonna be a big deal. Safety first. Yeah, I'm saying safety first, but I still went for it. Okay, so now the last part of the stage. Okay, whew. The end of this stage is always scary. It went well. Right, so this is already the very last stage of the run, which is one of the most frustrating ones because see how the first part of the stage is super long and I can't do anything about it. I have to wait. Alright, so I have to pay attention to the cycles, intentional damage again, hit the spring, and I should be good. So time is gonna be when I enter the go zone. But we're not done because there's one last scary part. Alright, last take damage and time. Alright. Oh. It's over. It's over. Alright, 14-12. Had a couple deaths. What? I had the Autobahn strat, right? Had some hard stuff for stride. So I'm happy about it. So one last thing I would want to say is that keep in mind that this is any percent. So we did not save our brothers and sisters, little birds we could have seen around the stages. So I feel that I have left something behind. Yeah, so this is how many birds we have saved. And actually it saves time, unfortunately, to dodge them, because every time you save a bird you have a 1 second long cutscene. So every time you see a bird you want to dodge him in any percent, which is kinda sad. But luckily there's another category, best ending, where you have to save all your family and you have the credits of the game as a reward. Because the game just ends, like the run just ends like this. You dirty. It was too selfish, so you're not gonna get the credits. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the run and the strats, everything. So there's more in the marathon. There's gonna be Yoshi's Island just after this, and we also have tons of incentives. Super Metroid Project Base, which is like Super Metroid ROM hack, very cool ROM hack, and the classic 7 kill the animals incentive. Right now, that's the kill is leading. Don't let it don't let it be the way. Alright, save the animals. I'm gonna be supporting them.